Art with Mr. Neville. I'm so glad to see y'all getting ready to make some art with me, Mr. Neville. Let's make some art with Mr. Neville. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome again to another episode of Art with Mr. Neville. I'm Mr. Neville. Today we're going to be talking about self-portraits and portraits in general, and then we're going to do a nice little fun art assignment with a photographic self-portrait of how we've been handling this virtual learning thing. So first of all, what is a portrait? A portrait is a drawing or painting or picture of someone, of a person. So I could draw a portrait of someone else, that would be a regular portrait. If I draw a portrait of myself, it's a self-portrait. So if I draw myself, that's a self-portrait. Now, self-portraits and portraits in general can also be photographs. And today we're going to learn about an artist named Gregg Segal. He approaches his work using his medium to explore the culture, the lifestyles of different people around the world, and to engage the viewer, the person looking at it, so they can really think about where that person that they're looking at comes from and what their life is like. So this is an artist that's living, that's out there making this artwork, taking these photographs, and here's some examples of some of his work.
Gregg Segal did a series of photos showing what kids eat around the world over the course of 1 week. Take a look at the following slides of photos he took for this series called Daily Bread. These photos and this series are the inspiration for our art project. While Segal focused on food in his photos, you will focus on items that have been most important to you during this virtual learning time.
Okay, now that you've seen Gregg Segal's work, we can talk about how we're going to do our self-portrait photograph and our self-portrait project. So for the first step of this project, you're going to collect at least 15 items that have been most important to you during virtual learning. So let's talk about first what my 15 things are. What did Mr. Neville get for his 15 things? Now, one thing could be 3 things, and here's what I mean. Let's see. Oh, Star Wars pillows. Sometimes I like to lounge on the couch, and I got some Star Wars pillows. So here's my Star Wars pillows. There's Yoda. There's a Porg. And I also got Mr. Chewbacca over here, of course, my favorite. Oh, let me get my big thing of stuff. So I got Mr. Chewbacca and got this nice Bengals Day of the Dead pillow. So that's one thing, is pillows. So let me think about what my second thing would be. Oh, I like to do stuff on my tablet, check my email, read about artists like this guy that we're talking about, Gregg Segal. And, oh, my laptop, too, because I got to check them emails. I got to make the videos on the laptop. So that's 3 things. Let me see what else I got here. Oh, you know what? I like to draw, so I got this big, giant thing of colored pencils. That's a good one. That'll take up a lot of space in my picture. I'm reading a little bit, and I got this nice, cool, leather-bound book here that I got. It's called The Way West, and it's nice and leather-bound. I like that. What else have I been doing in quarantine while we've been virtual learning? Let's see. Oh, I got some hats. I like to wear hats. Here's my favorite hat I wear all the time, my black Cincinnati Reds hat. Then I got my 2 Bengals draft hats from last year. Here we go. So I got my hats I'm going to put in there. Not sure how many things that is. I think we're getting closer to 15. Oh, got to have the face masks. Got to have the face masks in quarantine. I got my Bengals one and my Star Wars face mask here. Then I got, don't want to bother the wife while I'm watching movies and stuff, so I got my headphones. What? Oh, so I got my headphones. What else do I got in here? Oh, got to have games. Got to have games in quarantine. I got my Uno and my Yahtzee. So that's games. And then I think we're close to 15, just a few more. Oh, I got my remotes because I like to watch some TV and some binge watching on the Netflix and the Prime Video and the Disney Plus. What else? Oh, I'm doing some art. I got colored pencils over here. I got a giant thing of Sharpies. That's a good thing. Oh, and then I got some sketchbooks. I got just a blank sketchbook here. And then I got my Star Wars doodles where I draw in the different Star Wars stuff in here. So let's, I got all my stuff now. Now let's look at what my setup looks like.
For this step, you want to find a spot in your home that will work well for your photo shoot. You will probably want to choose the largest floor space in your home. You can use a blanket or sheet to lay down to make the photo more interesting if the floor seems boring. Then, You will ask someone to help you decide how you will take your final photo, your final picture. I use the latter, the iPhone, and the help of my wife to get my final photo. I would suggest laying down on the floor and asking your helper to make sure they can see all your stuff in the photo. Now you are ready to set all of your items out on the floor to create an interesting composition. Remember to leave space for yourself. Then get in the picture, have your helper take the photo, and then submit it to me either on Google Classroom, Schoology, or Class Dojo.
We learned about artist George Segal, and you can see by the project that I did, by the self-portrait, that it's kind of similar. So once again, here are the steps that you need to go through to take your own self-portrait photo.
At this point, I put the directions for the project up one last time so you can pause the video and get going on doing your project. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Now that you've taken your own self-portrait photo, make sure you upload it and send it to me either on Schoology or Class Dojo or Google Classroom. I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, you don't have to use a ladder. You can use a table or a chair, or you can just have the person stand up and take the picture. So, this is Mr. Neville saying, till we see each other again, have a good day.
Now listen, you guys, you know what? Normal kids would have been stoked to slack off, but not you guys, because you're not normal. You're special. And because I think you guys have the right attitude, I think it's time we started our new class project.
Mr. Nibble, what I am.